Hello friends, myself Professor Bhavna Khimsra and today we are going to see topic Spring Framework. Spring was developed by Rod Johnson in 2003. Spring Framework makes the easy development of Java EE, that is Enterprise Edition application, that is a big application. Spring is a lightweight framework. It can be thought of as a framework of frameworks because it provides support to various frameworks such as Struts, Hibernate, EJB, JSF, etc. The framework in broader sense can be defined as a structure where we find a solution of the various technical problems. The Spring Framework comprises of several modules such as IOC, AOP, DAO, Context, ORM, Wave, MVC, etc. This is a diagram of Spring module where it is a combination of different modules available. If you see, the first module is here, data access and integration, where you can connect to the database by using JDBC. You can have a JMS, that is Java Messaging Services, OXM, ORM, etc. These are the different services or APIs which are available to access the database or to start some transaction with the database like inserting, deleting and updating the data. Second module is of Wave, which contains MVC and remoting, where you will find out you can create a MVC based pattern using servlets, starts, etc. Then next is a AOP, that is aspect oriented programming. This is very important concept. In this, the big programs are divided into the smaller logical codes. So it is used to divide the complex problem into smaller problems, and it also helps for the cross cutting. Second are the aspects. Then next is the instrumentation. These are the different modules. Then next module is a Spring Core container, where it contains different types of bins, context, expression language, core. And after that, the next module is a test module. We'll see the modules one by one. The first is the test module. This module or this layer provides support of testing with JUnit and test-ng, where we test the code or website we have developed. The next is a Spring Core container. The Spring Core container contains core, beans, context and expression language modules. In that core and beans, these modules provide IOC and dependency injection features. The next is a context. In that, context means this module supports internationalization, EJB, JMS, basic remoting, etc. Now, what is mean by internationalization? If you are opening that app using in the French language, so all the text automatically converted into the French language. If you are opening that that page in suppose Spain, so the text available on that website are automatically converted into the Spain language, etc. The next is the expression language. It provides support to setting and getting the property values, method invocation, accessing, collectors and indexers, named variables, logical and arithmetic operators, retrieval of objects by name. So this is the main concept of expression language, where we actually set or get properties. where we also have the different variables, different logical and arithmetic operator. We also have different objects where we retrieve the objects and their methods, etc. AOP, aspect and instrumentation module. These modules provide or support aspect-oriented programming implementation where you can use advices, point cuts, etc. to decouple the code. So aspect-oriented programming actually used to divide the bigger code into the smaller code in such a way that they are decoupled, means they are not depend on each other. So you can also reuse that code. The aspect module provides support to integration with aspect-J. The instrumentation module provides support to class instrumentation and class loader implementation. So it is basically used for the classes. The next module is data access and integration module. This group comprises of JDBC, ORM, OXM, JMS, and transaction module. These modules basically provide support to interact with the database. And last module is a web module. This group comprises of web servlets, web starts, web portlet. So these modules provide support to create actual web applications. So whenever you want to create actual web application, so this module is used where MVC based patterns are used. Again, a very main feature of Spring is a dependency injection. The technology that Spring is most identified with is a dependency injection. Flavor of inversion of control, that is IOC, that we have already seen in previous some slides, IOC. When writing a complex Java application, application classes should be as independent as possible of other Java classes. Means no Java class should be depend on other Java class. So that is called as a less dependency injection to increase the possibility to, now why to use this? So this is used to increase the possibility to reuse these classes and to test them independently of other classes while unit testing. Dependency injection helps in gluing these classes together and at the same time keeping them independent. So it is a very important concept where you divide your code in a different classes of Java, but the one class is not depend on another class, so that you can reuse that class whenever you require. But where you want more than one classes to with glue together, so dependency injection just glue that classes, but still at the same time they keep them independent. The next is Spring AOP, that is aspect oriented programming, which is one of the key component of Spring framework. The functions that span multiple points of an application are called cross-cutting concern, and these cross-cutting concern are conceptually separate from application's business logic. There are various common good examples of aspect including logging, declarative transactions, security, caching, etc. So AOP have a different applications like logging, transactions, security transaction, etc. The key unit of modularity in OOP is the class, where AOP, the unit of modularity, is the aspect. DIA helps you decouple your application objects from each other, while AOP helps you decouple cross-cutting concern from objects that they affect. So Spring have different examples or simple application like to create a class, create the XML file to provide the values, create the test class, load the Spring jar files and run the test class. So these are the different steps when you want to create any Spring application. Thank you so much for watching this video.